thank you so much for your comment. I saw this comment and I was just super excited. I was in bed and then I literally jumped up because I was like, gotta respond. But yes, wow, I think you bring up so many different points and it is just fabulous. I would love to touch on them. I think that you make an excellent point when it comes down to cultural competency. What we understand in our own cultures are not necessarily expressed in different cultures. How a lack of consideration can somehow seem to be presented when we don't understand how other cultures and other socializations are presented. So I love the fact that you mentioned that in some cultures eye contact and cordial exchanges are not a thing, so you thought that was rude, but that was what they were socially taught to. So you were able to shift your understanding of a lack of consideration. I also love the fact that you mentioned that some people are in their head. What talking about what patience look like. So for me, when it comes down to evaluating if somebody has a lack of consideration, I like to look at patterns of behaviors. I don't like to look at isolated events. So when I mention a lack of consideration that I've observed in people, I'm evaluating trends. Maybe like a year trend. I'm looking at 5-year trends. I'm looking at 10-year trends, whatever dynamic I've had with these people. So that's why I talk about like that have now understood to be a signifier of disgust for me, because disgust is one of the emotions that I previously suppressed because I'm so understanding of people, because I'm patient with people, because I choose justice, because I choose fairness, because I choose kindness. So disgust is something I'm now in my recent years, literally within the last year, that I'm actually understanding and expressing and actively feeling when it comes down to other people. So when it comes down to saying somebody's inconsiderate, actually evaluating and deciding someone has a lack of consideration, I look at the patterns of behaviors, not just isolated events. So that's something I want to encourage anyone that sees this. Before you decide someone is inconsiderate, pay attention to the pattern of behavior. What have they shown you consistently over time? How have they shown themselves to present you? Like, if for me, when before I say someone, it has to be like over 50% of the time that they are inconsiderate. Over 50% of the time they're thoughtless when it comes down to me and other things. So just pay attention to the patterns of behaviors, not just isolated events, because it can be easy to judge someone unfairly when you're looking at isolated events instead of patterns of behaviors. Thank you again. Bye.